Hey everyone, Shimmy Sticks 85 here, and I'm here to give you my top 10 tips for beginners from a total beginner. I only played a couple hours of early access to see what I would think about the game before coming in, and I've played since launch. Obviously not much because the servers have had their issues, but I've learned a lot since then, and I'm excited to share what tips I have learned with you, so let's jump in. Alright guys, now my first tip for you guys is going to be go in blind. Do what I did. You don't need a build guide. You don't need to go to max roll for anything. This game is so welcoming to new players. They want you to come in. They want you to experiment. It's not like Diablo where you have to follow a strict guide to get the best out of each class. It's not like Path of Exile where you need basically a PhD to understand what's going on. Each of these classes are fantastic in their own way. They all have super cool masteries to choose from. It's hard to go wrong. There's no way you can go wrong. The devs built it just perfectly so everything is viable. Again, go in and experiment. Also, you need to know too, whatever mastery you do pick. So you'll start out as the base class, the primary. So each mastery, when you make that selection, it is permanent. So be sure you know exactly what you want to do when you hit confirm. And you will get to this quest in the middle of the game, about an hour in, that will ask you to confirm which path you want to go down. So make sure you do your reading over each class, look at the skills, and jump in. And have fun. Alright, second tip I want to show y'all is fast travel. Every ARPG has fast travel. Every game these days has fast travel. And the devs did a fantastic job of implementing the system in this one. So like Diablo, like Path of Exile, you're going to have these waypoints. And you can find different waypoints, click on them, hit travel. But the cool thing about that is you don't need to be at a waypoint to fast travel. So just press M to pull up your map and select the area you want to go to, the time period, and go to the waypoint that you've unlocked that you'd like to go to, and simply right click. And now you are traveling. It was pretty easy. Obviously, I said right now the servers have been having issues, so it might take a little bit. But ultimately, this will save you time whenever you're out exploring. You need to jump back into town. Feel free to do so. All right, next thing I want to tell you guys about is to be wary about using the teleportation portal. What I mean, you probably use like Path of Exile or Diablo. Kill a bunch of stuff, a bunch of loot drops, and your inventory's full. Let me teleport back to town, sell it, come back, and pick everything up. Well, I learned the hard way is that when you kill some stuff and you go back to town to replenish, when you come back, the zone is reset. Thus, all your loot's gone. So just be careful when you're doing that. Again, I don't know if the server is going to let me show y'all. Looks like I kind of locked up here. But just be careful, because when you come back, all that loot you came back to salvage, you get back on, is going to be gone. And all the enemies, they all spawn, are going to be respawned, and you have to go through everything again. Alright, for tip number 4, we're going to go over one of my favorite features in this game, and that is fully customizable loot filters. If you'll notice here, I have a normal broadsword sitting on the ground. I never pick up normal stuff. I don't want to see this junk. So hit Shift F in game. It's going to bring up your loot filter menu. Hit create filter, create new filter. Give it a name, call it Looter 1. Pick an icon, pick a color, confirm. And then you want to go to add rule. And for this, like I said, I want to hide. So I'm going to hide these items. Add a condition, I want to go to rarity. And hide all normal items. Add, and gone. Just like that. You can still see it sitting there, but you're not going to get the big ugly prompt. Some other basic things you can do. Obviously, if there's certain, like say you're looking for an item type, a weapon. Let's say you're looking for one-handed weapons, a wand. Cool. Now all the wands are going to pop up, and you can do subtypes too. You can add certain classes, so it gets really in depth, really quick. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool little rule. Play around with it. There are a lot of them you can download too that are pre-done. But I encourage you to go in, do your, like I said earlier, go in blind. Do it yourself, learn the game, start adding stuff later on. You figure out, hey, I want to do this type of build. Add the filter so you can see those items. So as soon as they drop, you're like, man, I got what I'm looking for, and just keep playing. Go from there. Tip number 5 I have for y'all, and that made me feel really dumb for a long time, is crafting materials. So you, along your journeys, will pick up a lot of these shards that, hey, cool, I have to use these for crafting. I am so used in other games picking stuff up like this, gems or whatever, Diablo, throwing them right into my stash. This game doesn't really tell you, but they are ingenious. They have this little transfer material button right here in the game in your inventory. And so you start, you're playing, pick a lot of them up, your inventory fills up, like, man, I gotta go back to town, throw them in. No. Hit transfer item. And look, they all went right to the forge. Hit F when you're ready to craft, and you're good to go. So you can even see right here, it'll count out the items you have. So no need to carry them around, no need to throw them in your stash. And also, if they are in your stash, you will not be able to use them. They will not show up when you're trying to add things to your items. So be wary of that. If for some reason you notice you can't craft, make sure you throw it into the crafting material little section here and not into your normal stash. Alright, another great feature in this game, and that will save you a lot of heartache and a lot of grief, is the game guide. To bring it up, simply press G, and it has absolutely everything you will need in here to learn how to play the game. I'm playing a warlock. Let's say I want to learn more about the curses I can do. Search curse, and look, it goes into detail about each and every curse, so I can learn about them and plan my build around them. Let's say I want to learn about crafting. Same thing, goes right into crafting, and you can, all the shards, anything you need to know is in this guide. Use it often, and you will be golden going forward and learning this game. Alright, tip number 7 goes off the same theme from tip number 6, in that these developers want you to know everything you can about this game. Nothing's hidden. So when you bring up your inventory by pressing I, you see I have a lot of items in here, but I don't know what half this stuff does. So if you look down below here, you can hit Alt, and it tells you exactly what each of these prefixes, suffixes, what all the abilities do. So there's no questioning it. Like, I have an interesting one. Where is it? Chance to summon illusionary tree. Like, what does that do? So hit Alt on it, and it brings it up. Summons an illusionary tree that distracts your opponent and lasts 8 seconds. Oh, that's pretty cool. Would never have known that without that. You can see down here below too, they also have some other things you can do. Like I want to see how good my roll was for my freeze rate multiplier here. Okay, so tier 1 range is 20 to 40%. Yeah, okay, I get it. So get used to that. Another useful one too is compare, and you can see if they give you the advantages, disadvantage, what you're losing when you switch out items. So utilize that often when you're comparing gear, and it will save you a lot of time. The next thing I'm going to show you all about is understanding your quest rewards. If you can look down here, it shows what passive point rewards you've unlocked, what idle slot rewards you've unlocked. These are all done through completing side quests. That said, not all side quests are made equally. You can see like these. This one only gives me 200 gold, 200 experience. Maybe you're trying to do a speed run or something. That's not worth your time. You don't want to do it. So, just to show you an example, here is one I've completed already. But it shows, hey, one of the rewards is idle inventory expansion. Other one, so this one gave me 2 passive points, which added to these. So if you get to the end of the game and you're missing some of these points, look through your quests, see which quests you still have outstanding, and it's like, hey, this one says this is going to be my last passive point. Go and knock it out, and you will have everything you need. All right, next thing I want to do is encourage everybody to experiment. I said, go in blind. Don't have a build in mind. Unlock an ability, try it out. See what it does. See if you like it. See if you don't like it. There's been plenty of abilities where I just like, oh, this is terrible. I'm never gonna use it. There's other ones I didn't think I was gonna use. Tried it out. I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty sweet. The brilliant thing about this game is it is so easy to respec your abilities. So once you hit certain levels, you're gonna get the ability to specialize your skills. And when you specialize, you can bring up these pretty cool skill trees and customize the skills however you want them. A lot of them do different things. Like for my bone golem, I turned him into a fire golem, and so now he does fire damage. But if I didn't like it, I could have easily hit respec, despecialize skill, and say, hey, I want to try a different skill. So let's try harvest. I want to specialize it, and then you can just go in, put your points in. Cool. Now I don't like this one either, so let's respec. I want to go back to my gold. So go back here, specialize, put my points back in. Put my points back in, and we are good. Also, with your passive points, you can specialize or you can respec too. It's going to cost a very minimal fee, but most towns have this little brain guy on the map, and that's who you're going to want to go to respec. So go find them, hit, respec here, and you can go down and basically pick which skill you want to respec. It tells you how much gold it's going to cost, how much you have. It's really not expensive. So, like I said, please feel free to experiment. You're going to get a ton of new gear that unlocks different builds that you might want to try. Don't be locked into anything. Be excited when you get something new. You can try something new. Have fun. That's how we're going to find all the best builds in this game. It's everybody experimenting and doing some fun stuff. So just enjoy your journey. Try new things and just have fun with this game. It is very welcoming to newcomers. Don't need to know a whole lot. It's just fun. So experiment, have fun, and find your own build and own way to play this game. Alright, if you stuck around this far, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. My last tip for you right now is just ignore all the haters. This game had a rough launch. It's well known. The devs are doing their best. They're super talkative with us about what they're working on, what the issues are. I have no doubt that everything's getting ironed out here in the near future. Just come in, enjoy the game, bring a positive attitude, and just leave the noise out. Mute the chat, the online global chat if you have to as well. Nothing wrong with that. This game is fantastic. I'm loving it so far. I can't wait to see what the devs continue to add. It's going to be a fun journey with the lifetime span of this game. It's a good time to be an ARPG fan. So like I said, come in, have fun, and enjoy yourselves. Again, if you enjoyed, thank you so much for sticking around. Come check me out on stream, Shimmy Sticks 85. I'm on most weeknights after about 6 Central Time or so. I'll publish my schedule as well. Loved having you. If you like this, hit me a like, hit a subscribe. I plan on doing more of these videos as I go and learn the game and provide tips as I go along. So thank you so much, and catch you in game.